My Volvo started losing coolant, and coolant is leaking from the water pump. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, the location of the water pump, and down below everything is wet. And green coolant is coming from the water pump seal. You can see the look from the underneath of the vehicle, and here's a drop of coolant hanging on a bracket, and up above is our water pump. Yeah, leaky water pump, and we're going to replace it. This is Volvo V70 XC2001 with a 5 cylinders gasoline engine, and as you can see, my expansion reservoir is empty. Yeah, we're going to repair this car, and I have a coolant level check. This is a very good feature on the Volvos. When coolant level went down, I stopped the vehicle. Yeah, 333,000 kilometers on it. Really reliable, good car, and we'll keep it going. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to do everything in details, step by step. Yeah, let's get started. T30 Torx to remove those Torx screws holding down the plastic covers or the upper top part of the timing belt. Here we go. And 10 mil. There's a bolt at the center holding the side cover. Let's remove that bolt. As you can see, it's a very special one. Yeah, bolt is out. Now just let's pull that power steering hose to the side and pull front side timing belt cover B52 44T3. Okay, let's get safety first. Jacket it up our vehicle up. 19 mil socket. Let's remove our front wheel to get access underneath. Let's set the vehicle on the jack stance. Now we're ready to go. Okay, 10 mil socket. Let's remove that cover plate and just bend to the side that plastic wheel well liner to get access down to the crankshaft pulley. And as you can see, this is upper part of the timing belt cover we just removed. Let's put our upper timing belt cover back in place, and now we have to set our engine to first cylinder top dead center. As you can see, both sprockets, they have notches, and notches needs to be aligned with the marks on the cover. 30 mil deep socket. Let's rotate the crankshaft clockwise till our notches on intake and exhaust pulleys will get aligned with the marks on the timing belt cover. As you can see, it's coming up, and I marked those points with a yellow paint marker. And yeah, now both camshafts, first cylinder top dead center, as you can see, good, and tension pin at 12 o'clock. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm putting my braking bar with extension and 30 mil sockets and tighten it up to the strut. Make sure crankshaft won't turn accidentally. Okay, now I'm counting number of teeth between two marks. I have 18, just for my reference. Let's secure the timing belt tension. Make sure we won't get any slack. I'm just using a plastic zip tie to tie it down to the intake sprocket like that, and it will keep a tension in place. Okay, let's pull our power steering reservoir out. We need extra room to get to the timing belt components, something like that. There's always so many ways to do the same job. If you have any critics, comments, suggestions, please put everything down in the comment section below. Same thing for the coolant expansion reservoir, and even I have replaced timing belt before. I like to take a picture, and that way you know how everything was originally before just start taking apart. and yeah, it's always a good reference point. Okay, shallow 12mm socket. Let's release the belt tensioner bolt. We don't have to take the ball all the way out, just break it loose, and that way we're going to release the tension on a tensioner and slide the belt off the water pump sprocket. Let's tie two sides of the belts together, make sure the rest of the belt will stay in place where it's supposed to be. Okay, here's a pump I'm going to install. This is a used pump I'm using. I know this pump still has tons of life to go. I removed from my another Volvo engine, and I'm going to put a new gasket. You can see the location of the mounting holes where our bolts located. Here's another same engine block, and how this pump will go back in place. Something like that. Pretty easy, very straightforward. And we also have two pins to align our water pump unit to the block. Yeah, if this video is helpful, put a thumbs up, very appreciating that. Okay, there's one pin on the bottom and another pin is at the top. Let's get our drain bucket ready underneath to catch the coolant what might come out from the water pump. 10mm deep socket to remove water pump bolts. As you can see, bolts, they have some sort of sealant. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to remove them one by one. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm only replacing at this moment only water pump, nothing else, because the rest of the components can still go. Okay, here's all my 7 bolts. I remove them. Yep, takes time, not very easy to get them out. Okay, let's just tap it or pump with a hammer and break it loose from the block. I can see that some coolant is coming out. Let's save that, and the coolant is out, and let's pull our water pump out. Yeah, metal impeller, you don't see them very often on a new makes and models. Now plastic is everywhere, and technically this pump can be disassembled, seal can be replaced, and can be reused. Yeah, frost plug is still in place, and yeah, see, this pump is made by GMB, and yep, pretty clean. As you can see, bearing is still intact, but seal is leaking. Okay, yeah, early days, everything was built to last longer. Yeah, now most hardest part of the repair is cleaning that old gasket from the engine block. That's his, yeah, let's see, yeah, GMB. This is a good brand, and yeah, well, better to fix it now. You cannot drive your vehicle with a leaking water pump, losing coolant. Most likely you will lose your engine later. Okay, I'm just heating up that old gasket. It's so hardened and stuck to the block, it's almost impossible to scrape. And now I'm going to scrape carefully with a razor blade, and after that I'm going to use a fine sandpaper to sand it what's left. And yeah, this gasket removal process took me almost a couple hours to prep everything, make sure it's clean. Let's check it out how it looks. Yep, just blow all that what can be on the surface. Let's clean. Yep, all blown out. Let's now use some carb cleaner to degrease it and wipe whatever can be left on the surface. And preparing the surfaces is one of the most important steps of any repair. Okay, let's take a almost final look and see how good this job this gasket removal went. Yeah, pretty clean, and definitely hard to see when you do it. And yeah, you can just go and try to be careful and not scratch an aluminum block, but looks pretty decent. Yeah, I will just go and clean those little black remnant spot, and overall, yeah, wasn't wasn't that difficult, but it takes time. Anyway, yeah, all pretty much done. Okay, new gasket from Beck and Arnley. Yeah, always using new gaskets, and this vehicle is 21 years old, and we don't trust oxidized aluminum block, and put in a gasket. And also I'm going to use some red high temperature RTV gasket maker, and yeah, you don't have to, but I had some situations when the gasket will start leaking. But yeah, I'm going to put a light coat of that gasket maker. Don't need much, something like that on both sides. And yeah, put a gasket on the pump, and same on another side to the engine block, and then 100% I will be sure this pump won't leak. Yeah, beautiful sunny day, warm. Winter is coming soon, we'll have tons of snow. Follow those instructions for assembly. That's very important to create a good sealant surface. Yeah, okay, let's go to install the pump, but before doing that, let's just spread that sealant maker properly. And yeah, don't need too much sealant, and you don't want any sealant getting into your coolant system. Okay, now we have to put it back when sealant is still wet. Carefully try not to touch anything with a gasket, and don't get any debris or dirt on the mating surfaces. That's very important part. Make sure coolant is not dripping from the block. It's supposed to stay dry. Yeah, check that out. And I would say nothing takes longer than doing the same job twice. Okay, pump is in place, and yep, make sure it makes a full contact with the engine block. Here we go, and yeah, that's verified. Good, pump is on. Now I'm going to put my first bolt. Also, I'm going to use the sealant on the bolts. That's when you're supposed to use the new bolts, but I'm reusing my old ones because I'm putting a used pump, which is totally fine for me. Okay, I'm going to torque the water pump bolts in cross pattern. We already tighten bolts by hand. That's the first step, and now we have to torque them. Okay, yeah, I'm enjoying the last warm, beautiful days before it will get winter cold. And yeah, water pump bolts torqued, all nice. I will put more specs and information down in the description. Check it out. Yeah, it's not that difficult. Okay, let's cut our zip ties and get that belt back in place. And as you can see, we saved our belt and it didn't get loose. Okay, let's put the belt over the water pump sprocket like that, and then slide the belt over our belt tensioner. Yeah, take your time. It's a little bit tight in that spot, but that way it will go. I already cut off an upper zip tie, as you can see. Yeah, let's align the belt. Checked our timing marks, make sure nothing accidentally shifted. Yeah, we're in good shape. Pin is facing up, didn't even move. We locked the crankshaft. let's move our tensioner back and forth a few times with the Allen key like that, and then let's get a pointer back to the central notch, and then I'm going to tighten my tensioner bolt while holding in pointer aligned with the central notch with the Allen key. I have another video where I was replacing the intake camshaft seal, and I detailed and shown how to set a tension. Yeah, we'll put a video in description. Here we go. Yeah, tensioner is working. That pointer aligned with the central notch, and yeah, we'll set. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. Yeah, Volvos are nice. Okay, here's a book. Your pointer aligned to the center notch according to the ambient temperature. That's what we did. Yeah, all shown in all details. Here we go. Beauty. Everything's pretty much done. Now just a final slab, and we're going to verify, make sure we're still intact. Our upper timing marks are in place. Bottom harmonic balancer one's good. Now I'm going to remove this farm style bottom locking thing. Alright, my 30mm socket with a 1/2 inch extension is back, and let's rotate our engine a few times clockwise, of course, and see if marks will align. Here we go. I'm just speeding up a little bit the video, and that blue mark is left from replacing that intake camshaft seal. Video will be down in the description. Yeah, you might find it helpful. Check it out. Yeah, and as you can see, my both intake and exhaust camshaft sprocket marks are coming up, and they're aligned with the cover. As you can see, that checked, and this pin is looking straight up on a harmonic balancer at the crankshaft. Yeah, that's what you want to do first before you go and crank the engine with your starter. Yeah, next just going to put all those cover plates. Before putting coolant back, I'm going to wait for sealant to cure, and yeah, no rush, we can take our time, and next day we'll put a coolant, checked for any leaks. Yeah, our timing is in place, and we're in good shape. Keep your old reliable Volvo on the road, and she won't ever let you down. Okay, ready to crank the engine over, and here we go. All done. Engine is running, including like a kitten. We are warming up, and yeah, pretty easy, pretty simple repair, but very important to get the coolant leaks fixed right away. And yeah, okay, have those covers laid back, and yeah, still warm and sunny. We're enjoying the beautiful weather. It's a pleasure to work when you're not freezing. I'm Persian air from the cooling system. Some still left, waiting for the thermostat to open and get all air out from the engine block, what's there in those cooling jackets, and from the radiator. Yeah, Persian air, and getting ready to hit the road. Yeah, we're slowly warming up. As you can see, temperature gauge is moving up, and yeah, that's it for today. Air is out, all done. Volvo is getting back to hit the road, and yeah, thank you so much for your time watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.